Hi, my name is Melissa, and this is my slide design project for COM 130. While searching around for an ad to use for this project, I was torn between an ad from Olay and a couple IBM ads. The IBM ads looked fun and exciting, but also looked difficult to replicate. In the end, I decided to just go for it and chose to work with this ad by IBM. So now we will take a little closer look at this ad and what makes it a strong advertisement. This first section is about the good uses of design in the ad. One of the first things I noticed about this ad was the strong use of left alignment with the large text, the small text, and the logo. Because this alignment is right above the image in the ad, it leads our eye down each line of text straight to the image below. The other point I have on this slide was their expert use of white space. When you first look at this image, do you see the car here at the top perpendicular to the road, or do you see the man using his binoculars? There are two different images here that both contribute to the overall message of traffic jams. This next section is about the typography in the ad. The main font is a slab serif, which has little or no thick to thin transitions, has a vertical stress, and thick slabs on the end of the letters. The small text on the page, if you look really close, as it's hard to see, is a sans serif, which, to recap, has no thick to thin transitions, no stress, and no serifs. As we read this semester in the book, the best combination of font types to use is a serif with a sans serif. While this ad uses a slab serif instead of a serif, which doesn't have as much thick to thin transitions, it still has these thick serifs on the end, versus the slab serif, which has none, to give good contrast between the types. This next slide is about color. The main thing I wanted to point out on this slide was this accent color that is used to grab the attention. It is used on the main word of the ad, which I already mentioned back on the slide design, or the design slide, was that the ad was about traffic, so naturally they have highlighted the word traffic. They also have their world logo in the same color to bring your eye to the logo so you connect traffic with IBM. The other colors on the page give nice contrast between them, the slate gray with the bright gold and the neutral white, which overall adds to the piece. Now that we have gone over each of the main sections, the design, the typography, and the color of the original ad, and pulled out the pieces of what makes it a great advertisement, it's now time to reveal my attempt to recreate an advertisement within the same campaign. And here it is. I hope everyone can see it okay underneath all the boxes, because I didn't make its own slide. The purpose of these next two slides are to introduce the new ad that I made and show the consistency between the original ad and my new ad. So to jump right in here at the top, the first consistency was the font. It took me some time to find it, but I was able to match the main font from the original ad here. And the smaller font was a little too blurry to pull out, so I couldn't find an exact match, but I was able to find another sans serif font that matched pretty well. The second consistency, and probably the most difficult to replicate, was the use of white space. Through the loss of much hair and a great brainstorming buddy, I was able to come up with this use of white space. What do you see first? Do you see the storm cloud, lightning bolt, and stray raindrop falling? Or do you see the face here with the nose and the lips and the lightning bolt? I used the face and the lightning so that I could use the cloud as the head or brain of the person, which is normally where we as people store information. It was to play off of how we electronically store information in a figurative cloud. This next slide of consistencies continues with consistency number 3, the accent color. As I mentioned in the original slide, they had a crimson accent color pulling out the world image and the main word on the ad, which is, in my case, is cloud. When I first started my draft on this new ad, I was using the same crimson color for these two elements, but with the blue raindrop, it was introducing too many colors. I decided to change the accent color to match the raindrop and remove the crimson altogether, and I actually feel that it fits the original ad better this way. Even though it isn't the same color, there are the same number of colors, and that makes a difference. The last consistency I want to mention is the strong left alignment of the text. As I mentioned in the original ad, it helps to lead the eye down each line to the image below. And I have done just that with this ad, so that it is consistent with the original. Overall, I think I did a pretty good job matching the style of my ad while not copying it completely. By pulling out the main design, typography, and color elements of the original ad, I was able to make a new ad with the same elements to help it fit in the same campaign. Thank you for your time.